This is my first podcast, which is called The Stitchy Side of SPD, and I'm here with my friend Sienna.
Hi Layna, I miss you, and how you been?
I'm doing well, but back to business. Since it's episode 1, we need to do an introduction, and then we can talk about our favorite show, Big Brother. But since you are a guest, what about you go first?
Hi viewers, I am Sienna, and I am 8 years old. And the one thing that I do not you should know about me is every birthday weekend my mom drives me a birthday theme party of Big Brother, and we play weekend of Big Brother. But other than that, I also do something called art, and it helps me relax when I do art.
That's good to hear. But my name is Layna. I'm also 8 years old, and I won a season of Jay's Big Brother. Also, the youngest winner in LJR history, and also one fan favorite. So what I want this podcast to be about is people like me with sensory processing disorder, SPD for short, and that's what my podcast name is about, but me on the Stitch side, because I like Stitch, so that's the name, and I want to be an advocate for SPD. But anyway, Sienna, why is your favorite season of Big Brother, and you tell me why?
My favorite season will probably have to go with the current season, Second Chances, because the chaotic drama, it's over the top, and I will not be surprised if that season was more chaotic.
Other than season 8, I will probably have to go with season 4, because season 4 was probably the reason that I wanted to apply because of Kelly. Because the reason that season 4 is a good season is because I just kind of like how the blind sides happen and Kelly's underdog run, and it shows that she's a good player. But another question that I have is, what is your favorite player of all time? But you cannot say me because it's rigging. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I get you, but I would have to say Abby from season 6 because that girl is a beast but is for a male. I will probably mostly have to go with maybe Ethan, because it's Ethan and he plays a good game. What about you, Lani?
I would have to go with, for the female, I mostly would have to go with season 6 and Valentina due to her underdog, and male S4 and David because of under the radar game. But my next question is, who you think is playing the best game?
I want to say Abigail and probably Elsie or Amelia. Yes, for sure between them three, because they are good at the game. Elsie kind of one of the best competitors, and as for Amelia, she's like one of the best strategists, and as for Abigail, she's like one of the best social and kindish people. So that if I had to choose one, it would we would go to Amelia because she's hiding her manipulate power, and she's just going to go far if she keeps it on.
I had to also go with Amelia, but Abigail being a close second, because then to help with my mental breakdown that I had on day 94. Like, it's kinda hard for me to not talk about it. It's because I know that I want the best people by mental strongest, because I try my best to not show emotion, but in life you can't hide it and you have to show your vulnerability, because that's what Big Brother.
Oh, Layna, stop it, you're gonna make me cry. You know that I adore you as a friend, and you know it, but yeah, it's one of my personal favorite moments is because you helped people with a disability just like you to be brave and move on.
And I am happy to call you friend Sienna. But one question, if you was on Big Brother, what would be your strategy?
My strategy is confidential, because Big Brother, nobody needs to know your secrets.
Ha ha ha. Thanks for doing this podcast with me.
You are welcome.
Who will be on the podcast next time? See you next episode of The Stitchy Side of SPD.
The world